Okay. Hey guys, I've got my good friend and client Neil out in Middlesbrough, and he's been doing the YCB 120-day chisel challenge. And he's here to tell us a little bit about his experience. Neil, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yes, obviously I'm Neil. I'm 54. I'm from a town called Middlesbrough, and I'm an offshore worker. I'm a rigger offshore.
Awesome, awesome, mate. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You've done so well in the academy, mate. You've achieved so much. So where were you? Let's start from the start. So where were you when you first started? Where were you in your life? What was going on at the time? Yeah, from there.
At the time, I mean, I've always trained, and I was in a pretty decent place, but I
Mm,
was at the point where I was just stagnating a bit. I needed more knowledge to be able to build a better body, and
absolutely, yeah.
that's when I found you, Andre.
Yeah, that's where we got together. Absolutely. Yeah. And I remember that you were actually getting coaching at the time still, right?
That's right. I was getting coaching at the time, and it
Yeah.
was going okay, but I just
Yeah.
needed that little bit more
Yep.
knowledge, that little bit more
Yep.
motivation to take me to the next stage, really.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And a lot of people come see me at that point, they like you said, reach a plateau or they get stagnant or they want
Yeah,
to try something new, which you
yeah.
definitely do. And then they come on board, mate. So thanks for joining. So what do you think was the um decision for joining? Why did you actually join, Neil?
Well, after reading and listening to some of the testimonies from the other guys that you trained, I thought this guy could well be for me. And after being with you for the last 16 weeks, I realized I made a good decision.
Fantastic, fantastic, awesome, awesome, awesome. Was there something or anything you were skeptical about before joining, or a little bit worried about before starting?
Um, After reading about the diet plan and what was in it, I didn't realize I could eat so much of what I actually liked and
Yeah,
still could come out with a great body as well.
yeah,
So the keto diet was new to me,
yeah,
and I found it great. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You get to eat really good food, right? And I think
yeah.
a little bit less calories than you were eating before, I think, right? To get the gains, I think,
He,
or similar
we we started off at
on
first
the
with
low side.
a little bit less calories.
Mm,
Um, but and I lost a little bit of weight and I looked good, but my goal was to build more
to
muscle.
build the muscle,
So then
yeah.
I started to up the calories.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with it being keto, not carbs, only veg for carbs, but obviously we weren't counting them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually put on weight and I look better. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because the ultimate goal to put on mass is you have to eat to grow, right?
Right.
And yeah, we had to really. I think week by week, I was always checking your body, checking your measurements, and I think
Yeah.
we kept upping those calories, right? But then at the same time, you kept getting leaner and leaner, didn't you?
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
great. Yeah, 'cause, like I say, I was still I could eat what I wanted. At one point, I was up to 3,200 calories.
Hmm.
But from my last diet plan, I wasn't in the kitchen at all times because I
Yeah,
was doing fast as well. I could only eat for eight
yeah,
hours,
yeah.
and that them calories were packed into them 8 hour window.
Hmm.
So I wasn't in the kitchen all the time like I used to be,
Hmm.
which was a
Yep.
good thing from it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, saving a lot of time. Not eating 5 meals a day or whatever, right? So
Correct. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, no, fantastic. So what specific results did you get from the program? I know your energy levels increase and the muscle came on, but like, what specific results did you get?
Well, mainly for me, it was the diet. It was the keto diet. Because I wasn't eating the carbs, I didn't
Hmm.
realize how much inflammation carbs caused.
Hmm.
And after probably about 3 weeks, I realized that my joints weren't aching like they used to.
Hmm.
Because obviously there wasn't hardly any inflammation there because I wasn't eating
Yep.
carbs.
Yep. The water retention. So yeah.
That was a big takeaway for me.
Hmm.
Um, and the fact that could realize that as well, because when we're doing like the time under tension and the GVT, there wasn't a lot of weight going up my joints combined with the keto diet.
Mm-hmm.
Once I realized that the aches and pains weren't there, it was great.
Yeah. I remember surprisingly, because the first week it takes a little bit of a shift or a little bit of a transition where people are a bit like, they may go a little bit slower for a day or two. But I remember as soon as you shifted to the keto, your energy was straight away good and you were feeling amazing. And straight away
Yeah,
within a week, you're telling me your joints feel better. And I was like, okay, this is working.
yeah,
This is obviously a good direction for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
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 without.
absolutely, man. Absolutely, yeah. And what do you think was the best advice or the best part that helped the most? Was it the nutrition? Was it the calls? Was it the programming? What do you think it was?
Um, Definitely the nutrition. Yeah, it was a big part of it.
Mm,
And the calls as well, because the calls were weekly,
hmm.
and so it gave you the time to try each routine out in the gym, and
Hmm.
then if there was anything that needed tweaking or something that you didn't quite understand, because the calls were weekly, it was great to get on a
Yep.
call and ask everything you needed to ask just to make sure you're doing everything right.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that was
absolutely. Yeah. And they come quick, don't they? People always think, oh, yeah, I'm only seeing you once a week. Before I know it, I'm like talking to you again, and because we're always communicating during the week, aren't we, as well?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was another thing. Yes, if I needed to know anything about the supplement side of things, it was just a quick message, and you were back there within half a day or whatever, so you could
Perfect.
implement
Yeah.
whatever you needed to know.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that was a good element for you too. I mean, you're very experienced with with the stuff you've done in the past and the supplement
Yeah,
stuff. But I think the supplements helped a lot, didn't they, as well?
yeah, they did.
Mm,
Yes, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They give you that. I mean, they're exactly what it says on the tin. The supplements towards for your diet, but it did give you that little bit of extra tweak, on top of
Absolutely.
because that
Yeah,
GVT that can be it'd be quite hard going on
it's
your muscles.
intense.
Yeah, it definitely works. So that little bit of
Yeah,
supplement to go with your diet definitely helped.
exactly. It's quite intense training, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, Neil. That's great, man. Then finally, is there anyone out there that's listening that may be watching that you would recommend, or a particular type of person that you would recommend for this program, Neil?
I'd recommend pretty much anybody, no matter what size, weight, and if they're looking to lose a bit of weight, or if they're looking to put on muscle, or they're looking just to become a little bit trimmer, I'd recommend it because the diet can be tweaked to whatever they're looking for, and also you've got plenty of dimensions towards your different training schedules and things like that where you could put them towards. So yeah, I recommend anybody in any age.
Awesome, awesome, fantastic, Neil. Listen, man, it's been lovely coaching you, and thanks for sharing your story, my man.
No problem. It's been great with you, Andre, and I look forward to coming back soon.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, buddy.
No